What's going on, guys? I figured I'd hop on here and just let you guys know one of the you know, my ways changing and exploring new things, but something recently come to me, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that meditation. Yeah, I figure that has to be better than just sitting around doing nothing. So what's going on, guys? If you can get people to sign up for like a yearly contract or yearly contract, come back every year, there's an agreement, whatever, I recommend it. This white vinyl, I mean, it's white, it's easy, there's no trees around except for this one, so it should stay pretty clean. But all of this stuff, like it just bird poop, mildew every year. We wash this one every year, and the more we wash it, we did the roof 3 years ago, and it still looks great. But when I first started, I had 2.5 gallon a minute machine and 100-foot hose. I got to keep this door shut so the dog doesn't get out. So I'd have to pull that hose, pull my pressure hose, pull the water hose. I wouldn't have enough to get over there. I couldn't get on the back side of that fence. I couldn't get on the back side of this fence or that. It was just it's a headache sometimes. Still could shoot high like I needed to with the tips, because this place, I mean, it's pretty tall, but nothing major. But these pickets, when I first started over here 3 or 4 years ago, these were completely green, and I mean green. And the thing about cleaning these pickets is you can spray this way, and you think, okay, well, I'm spraying going like this, well, then you get on the other side and spray it that way, but then you're going to end up having mildew stay here and up in here and right here, and you got to spray these every which way and sideways. So last year they were still pretty green. I mean, I cleaned them every year and I rinsed the heck out of them. But last year they had gotten pretty green just from the year before. So this year I was going to hook my roof pump up and go do it like that. But then when I got here today, you know, they're not that bad. Biggest thing with this one is bird poop. And no matter what I do, I mean, there's not enough bleach you can put on there to kill bird poop. So you just got to end up taking a shirt and wiping it off. And that's what I'm about to do now. But just progress. You know, when I first started this one, I didn't have these hose reels. So I just had to put the hose in the back of the truck and go out. Now I got the hose reels, makes life easier. I didn't have the pump, so the pump I was using, I had to have the generator over there and have it ran to electricity, or have the generator hooked up to the pump and have it running. I had my mix tank over here, and what I would end up having to do, because it's such a big property, is I'd have to keep transferring bleach from the mix tank to the other tank. Finally, it took me a year or so to say, well, let me just use the same container. So started out over here 3 years ago, 2.5 gallon a minute machine, no hose reels. My mix tank wasn't set up like it was. I had a smaller machine, only 100-foot hose. I had to rely on a generator instead of just a battery. So the progress or the evolution for the wash has really been great. So I just say that for you new guys starting out. I get guys say all the time, you know, can I do it with a 2.5 gallon a minute machine, and can I do this and can I do that? And you can. Don't let anybody think you can't. Yes, of course, if you can get bigger, the better. But, you know, this was one of those properties that, I mean, it's just huge. The house, so to say, isn't big. It just has a lot of fence. And all this through here was green as well. So if you guys are starting out, you got somebody that says, hey, I need this done or that done, don't think just because you don't have a big machine and a lot of professional grade stuff that you can't get what you need done. Because I started out with this one. I started on this one 3 years ago, and I'm still, in my mind, with beginner equipment compared to some people. But yeah, just don't let nobody tell you you can't do it because you can. Just wiping bird poop off, because I mean, you can put a hole in this and it ain't gonna come off unless you use a little bit of elbow grease. And I always want to stay up on these pieces here. But yeah, for you new guys, just don't get discouraged. You know, don't go, oh man, I don't have a big enough machine. I don't have a big enough machine to get that, or enough hose. You know, don't be worried about none of that, because it'll come as long as you keep hustling and keep at it. I still feel like I'm in the beginning stages of my business, but I like to post videos for you guys to help you out, give you tips any way that I can. So just wanted to let you know, like I said, I started this with 2.5 100-foot hose. I had to hook my hose up over there and pull it as far as I could with the other 100-foot to get back through there, to where now I can just come over here with my truck, pull up, hook the water hose up, pull hoses, start the machine up, and I'm ready to roll. So it's just the evolution. But that's my time for today. See you guys. All right, guys, we're gonna go check out a property that we washed. I want you to see if you can tell the difference from where I've been and where I haven't. Just a little bit. You can tell the difference between my customers and not my customers. So they got lucky, they got a little bit of overspray, but they got a little bit of overspray on there. But coming up on this one, these people wanted me to wash for them a few years ago, and then never called back. It's still dirty, but I mean, that's okay. That's their prerogative. So I'm gonna roll some hoses up. We soft wash this driveway. It's the driveway that's not dirty over here. And instead of putting the machine on it, I just wanted to soft wash it and see how that does, just kind of like a roof. And once we get some rain, it'll look great. It'll be just like if I did the roof. So got this one that we done today, and I'm gonna roll some hoses up and get out of here. We'll catch you next time. All right, guys, on that house I just showed you, and I was showing you the evolution of the business, evolution of my skid and my equipment. It's pretty awesome, because the first time I came over here, I think I spent 6 hours, maybe 7, because I was carrying a 5 foot pail around with me, and 5 foot, Lord, I was carrying a 5-gallon pail of mix around with me. And when I'd empty it, I'd have to go back and fill it up with the pressure washer running, and I had 2 of them, so I was swapping them in and out. And it didn't take a lot of mix to get all this clean today, because it wasn't that bad, but back then it really was. And you know, the difference in, I don't care if it was a difference in 4 hours and 3 hours, you know, that's still an hour that I can be doing something different. I can be home, I can be pricing a job, anything. So just evolution for you new guys. I get a lot of questions from new guys, and they're asking about what pressure washers and soaps, and you know, what to use. And you know, you buy the best that you can buy and go from there, even if you have to rent it. But don't get discouraged. Keep your head up, keep trying, and it'll come. As long as you do good work and treat people right, don't screw them over, show up when you're gonna say you show up, do what you're gonna do when you get there. You'll stay busy, you'll stay in business. You may not get as much as you want or as much as you think you want at that time, but it will come. So that's my time for the day. Just keep your head up, keep trying, keep researching, keep doing your due diligence. Don't get on these Facebook groups and ask the dumbest questions because you don't want to do a little research. You know, get out there and put your time in. Whether if you can't be in the field, be online checking out research. I mean, you can research all day long, but you getting out and doing it is when you really get the full understanding of what works and what doesn't. So yeah, that's my time for the day. You guys keep washing.